Welcome to today's episode of Coloring the Dark. I'm your host, Ann Smith, and today we're diving into a transformative resource that might surprise you: art therapy. While that may sound simple, the healing potential in art can be profound, especially for those grappling with the weight of depression. So grab your sketch pads and get ready as we explore how art can help when everything feels a little flat or heavy.
Yes, Anne, and we're not just talking about an art class here. Art therapy provides tools that can allow people to express what may be difficult to verbalize, particularly in times of emotional distress. When words fail, color can speak volumes. Today, we'll discuss how creating art can intentionally support our mental health, especially for individuals experiencing depression, something so many can relate to.
Absolutely. So, to kick things off, let's talk about what depression actually feels like. For many, it's like living in a fog, waking up each day but feeling as though you're just existing, not truly living. It can manifest physically and mentally. On the physical side, you might struggle with sleep, changes in appetite, or a complete drain of energy. Have you ever experienced that feeling, where even motivating yourself to get out of bed feels like an uphill battle?
Yes, and along with that physical aspect, depression can dull our ability to concentrate. It's as if your mind has a traffic jam, making it difficult to switch between thoughts or focus on tasks. This can lead to feeling stuck, or as though emotions are just right out of reach, frozen until something shifts in our environment.
That perfectly connects to the idea that talk therapy, while incredibly beneficial, sometimes doesn't cut it when words feel inadequate. This is where art comes in, like a key unlocking a door to those deep seated emotions that are hard to name. Rather than directly forcing the conversation, art allows people to access their sensory and emotional systems in a different way.
Exactly. And there's something remarkable happening in our brains when we create. Did you know that engaging in art activates various brain networks? When you draw, paint, or even play with clay, you're actually stimulating cognitive functions, emotional pathways, and even your motor skills. All of this supports something called neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to reorganize and form new neural connections throughout life. It's a fascinating process, especially when considering how it can lead to new patterns of responding to our challenges.
Let's break that down a bit for our listeners. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to change and adapt in response to learning and experiences. Think of it as the brain's way of renovating itself, building new connections that can serve us better. When we engage in creative processes, we're essentially giving our brains the opportunity to renovate those pathways, shedding old, unhelpful ways of reacting and responding to the world around us.
That renovation can start with something as simple as a scribble. The expressive therapies continuum describes a journey through different levels of engagement in the artistic process, from basic movement and sensation all the way to complex narratives told through images. So starting with something non-demanding, like drawing lines or manipulating clay, can really help to gently re-engage our nervous system without the pressure to verbalize what we're feeling just yet.
Now, we've created some time in this episode to share a simple guided exercise titled Drawing the Weather Inside. We invite our listeners to grab some paper and a drawing tool. Any tool will do. It can be a pencil, a colored crayon, or even your finger on a touch screen. This is a time for you to express your inner landscape without judgment. Are you ready? Let's dive into it.
To begin, I want everyone to take a moment and tune into your body. Simply reflect. Where do you feel the heaviness of depression today? It could be in your chest, shoulders, or maybe your stomach. Just notice it without any need to alter it.
Now, on your page, I want you to quickly sketch what the weather feels like inside you today. Is it a storm with rain pouring down, a foggy day, or flat gray skies? Remember, this is not about artistic skill. Rather, it's about expressing your current emotional state.
And once you've sketched that out, I invite you to choose just one small area of your drawing to add a touch of difference. It might be a warmer color to indicate a bit of sunshine, or a small shape to represent something hopeful. It's about creating a little spark amidst the heavy weather.
I love that. A tiny shift can symbolize a helpful action you want to take this week. Maybe it's reaching out to a friend you haven't spoken to in a while, getting fresh air, or even booking that therapy appointment you've been putting off. What could that tiny shift signify for you? Let that thought linger a little as you continue to draw.
Fantastic. Remember, as you create, the goal is not about producing a masterpiece. Rather, it's about externalizing what's happening within you and allowing space for potential change. Consider bringing this image to your therapy session if you feel comfortable. It can be a powerful starting point for discussion with your therapist.
As we wrap up our guided practice, I want to take a moment to stress the importance of safety. Art can sometimes bring up intense feelings or self-critical thoughts, and that's completely okay. It's crucial that if anything overwhelming surfaces, you reach out for live support. This could mean contacting your therapist, a general practitioner, a trusted friend, or a crisis line.
That's such an important reminder. The act of creation can feel like withdrawing the curtain on complex emotions. If it feels like it's too much, remember, you do not have to navigate it alone. The journey through depression, while incredibly personal, doesn't have to be walked in isolation.
Indeed, it's so important to acknowledge that even in moments of darkness, the capacity for new images and experiences still exists, even if they're faint. Recognizing that can be the first step towards change. Thank you for joining us today as we explored how art can serve as a catalyst for healing.
Remember, engaging with your feelings through creativity can be a powerful way to navigate depression's challenges. When you feel lost for words, a brush, pen, or crayon can help you articulate what lies beneath. As you move forward, find small moments to express yourself and don't hesitate to seek the support you need. Until next time.